Hello, bonjour, welcome to this new video where I test acrylic markers by ARRTX. I hope this is the way to say it. They are, in my opinion, a copy of the Polska markers that I've been using for years, and this one has a pretty different behavior than the Polska markers. So first of all, you have a pretty nice body of the brush pen, and it comes in a box with some squares where you can place your colors. So it comes in a random order, I think, and I will have to rearrange things because I need to have my colors sorted in a rainbow effect. And this is a box of 48 colors because you need to have enough colors with this kind of marker. So here is the box, and good thing you have spare nibs. This is really great. You have 5 of them. Now let's swatch them, and I want to swatch them both on white paper and on black paper. So as my sketchbook has white paper, I will cover everything with China ink so I can have a nice coverage, and I will be able to make dots of the brush pens on top of it, so it will be visible both on black and on white. Very important, before using your markers, you need to shape them very well. And there is a little ball inside, so you will hear the click sound. And shake it enough so the paint is getting a bit cohesive. And with the first time you use them, you have to pump on the nib until you get the paint on the nib. It's pretty quick, really, and it comes out very nicely. Okay, I must admit, the first time you are swatching all the box, 48 markers to shake is a bit tedious. So I have improved the process by taking 2 at the same time and pumping 2 at the same time. Might be an idea for you. And once I sort my colors in a rainbow way, I think we have a very nice color selection. Really, I'm lacking one color or two, but all in all, it's a good selection. Now let's swatch them, and this is very impressive to see the difference on white and on dark background. So I'm just labeling on the white because I don't want to use a white pen on my black paper. I think it's pretty much nice this way, having dots of colors. This is so satisfying. So now let's make a page, and this is my Pinterest sketchbook, meaning I open my Pinterest feed and I just draw whatever comes to my eye, and it can be really almost anything. And today I want obviously to use the markers. So first let's make a light sketch. There is a portrait first. I've sped up the process, of course, and it would be interesting to make portraits with acrylic markers because this is not what you're thinking of when you're thinking acrylic markers. Let's add a cat with a fish in the mouth because why not? And now that I have those 2 things, I need to be a bit more strategic with the elements I want to add. So I'm scrolling and finding this lovely cactus. I think it will make a good addition just on the corner on the left, because at this point I need to balance the composition. So there is no rule, just what pleases me and what Pinterest is showing me. Now let's begin this portrait. I'm beginning with the black dark colors, which is a dark brown in this part, because I don't like to use black, solid black, especially in portrait. I think it's a bit too harsh. So the first thing I notice, and I see that immediately, the markers are very, very liquid. So you can take a brush and you can blend the colors because It's almost like acrylic ink, actually. Well, it is acrylic ink, but if you compare this to Posca markers, when you apply the Posca marker, it's drying pretty much in 2 or 3 seconds. This brand, it will dry in maybe a minute. Especially if you shake it well before applying it, it will come out pretty liquid. But this is a good thing. It depends on your technique you are using with acrylic markers. I like to blend my colors. So you can dip your another brush in clean water, and you can dilute the ink. So it gives nice gradients, but you can also use solid colors, add brush marks. It's pretty versatile. Just make sure if you don't want to blend, if you don't want to use an extra brush to blend the colors, that you're letting it dry enough, because you could smudge it with your hand just on top of it. Blending is very easy with those markers. Just don't wait too long before applying the water on it, because obviously it will dry at some point. And as it's acrylic, it won't be rewettable, unlike gouache. But you see, this is just like using acrylic ink, by the way. So you have the best of both worlds. And you can even dip your brush in water and rub it on the nib of the marker, and you get a light wash of ink. Now let's add more fishes to this page, because I have a fish inside the mouth of the cat, and I want to add more fishes everywhere. It's just for the fun of it, because this is my nonsense silly sketchbook, and I have no pressure inside this one. I am just having fun. And this is one of the benefits of acrylic markers, is you can layer on top of the existing colors and cover everything, and the previous layer won't reactivate. As it's opaque, you can really get solid colors as well as gradients. So very versatile. Must say, I'm pretty convinced. But it really depends on your art style. If you like only flat, solid colors close to each other, well, you will need to let this dry thoroughly before applying the second color next to it. But given the price, I think it's really a good quality. See you next time!